Hey everyone, today, based on one of your questions, we're going to print a PDF in landscape view. And I'm not going to do it with that experimental feature in Power Apps. We're going to go from Power Apps to Power Automate. Make this beautiful CS, HTML, print to PDF, landscape view. Let's get into it based on our collection. All right, so let's just say you have a nice gallery like we have right here on the side, and we want to print this horizontally or in landscape view, and that's how we want to print it to PDF. So the way that I'm going to recommend it is to do Power Automate. So there is a PDF function in Power Apps. You could do this here, and you can see here's the syntax for orientation. Right here you can do the orientation. Optional controls whether it's vertical or horizontal, but it is still a little bit limited. You know, I can't really do the CSS like I want to, so I'm going to do it in Power Automate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a button here. So maybe it's just a little icon. I'm going to put it in my container. So it's a button here. I'm going to change this to a print icon. So we have a little print button. Maybe I want more of a little tiny gap in my container. Let's just add a little gap in there. Maybe 20. There we go. Just add a little gap in there. We have our print button. I want to collect my gallery here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do collect. Collect. What am I going to collect? I'm going to collect my print data. That's what I'm going to call my collection. I'm going to say collect my print data. And what am I going to collect? I'm going to say everything in this gallery here. So I want to collect my entire gallery. So to do that, I'm going to say for all, and this is just how I like to do it. I feel like I can visualize better when I do for all. Since the gallery is not thousands of rows, there's nothing wrong with doing for all. You're not hurting anything. So I'm just going to say collect for all. And I'm going to say for all what? For all my gallery. And what's the name of my gallery here? My gallery proposals for my entire gallery. I want to collect all items that are in my gallery. After this comma, I'm going to say I want to collect my fields. And the IntelliSense is not helping me right now, but proposals. And that is this record.title. And that's just the name of my field. It's called title. The next one is email. I'm going to say prop email. This record dot user email. Okay. And next I'm going to do status, prop status. And it is this record dot status. And this is a multi-select, so it's actually dot value. And let's see here. Now I want the date, prop date, or start date. And that is, once again, this record dot proposal start date. And now the last one is the prop description. And that is this record dot prop description. And pretty much that's my entire collection. Let's see how that looks. So right now we're collecting to a collection called print data for all of my items in my gallery. And the reason I'm doing it that way is in case I filter. If I want to filter my gallery, then it's going to recognize that filter and only print what I filtered. So that's kind of huge. We'll get into that some more. Next, what I want to do is create a variable of HTML. That's how I'm going to do this. And why am I going to do it this way? Because I enjoy writing HTML. I feel like I can make things look better. So I'm just going to write some simple, basic HTML. So I'm going to set a variable of HTML. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a variable of HTML. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, this is HTML. And we have a header. So to make this look really good, I'm going to say style. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, this is horizontal. So this is a landscape view. And then I have this style that I've built out. I think it looks really good. I'm just going to copy it and paste it in. So I have this big long style. It has like rounded corners. It looks good. I just put in a style. It's kind of like CSS for my table. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start my table. I'm going to say table, or actually let's do and we're going to start with a table, and I'm going to start with my TR, and this is where I'm going to write the headers. So I'm going to start writing the headers of each one of my columns. So table header. So first is proposal. And next is, let's see, if I can copy this, this will even help me be faster. So I'll copy this, proposal, email, I can paste that in, then status, start date, and the last one is description. And this one just has an ending TH. Okay, and then now we're going to do /TR. Now I'm going to write the collection. So this is the collection, and it's going to concat. So concat our collection print data. Is that what I called it? So up here, collection print data. I'm concatenating my collection. I'm doing TR/TD, so table row, table data. So for my table data, you can see I'm opening it and closing it on each column. Table data, table data. Then I'm finally ending my table row right here. So this is actually an ending table row. And then I'm ending my table. All right, so now that we've collected our data, I've built this out. I have my HTML, I have CSS. I said it was a landscape. And the reason I'm doing all of this with Power Automate is I'm going to get more control. I'm going to be able to build this out, make it look prettier, and I'm going to be able to write HTML and make an awesome table. So finally, the last thing I want to do is I want to reach out to Power Automate. And to do that, I'm going to go to Power Automate on the side here. I'm just going to say create new flow. And because this is such a short flow, I'm just going to build it right here in Power Apps. So I'm going to say create from blank. I'm going to give my flow a name. So I'm going to say print my flow horizontal. So I'm going to give my flow a name. That's one of the first things I always forget, is to do that. And for the input, I'm going to say it is my HTML. So variable HTML. That's what I'm going to pull from Power Apps and pull in here. And I'm going to go straight to OneDrive. Now I am skipping over so many steps. I make these long videos and people don't watch everything. So I'm just going to go boom, 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 boom. Let's see how you like this video. So we're going to go to OneDrive. The reason I'm doing OneDrive is because it has a convert to PDF function. So I'm going to create a file. So I'm going to create a file in OneDrive for Business. The folder path, I have a folder, let's see, it's called print HTML. And I'm going to put my file here. We'll just call it test HTML. We'll just give it a simple name. The file content is passed to me from Power Apps. After I create the file, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert. And there's a few different ones. I like to use convert using path. That's what I like to do. So I find the path of the location. It's in my print HTML. And that's my file right there. Now, if you can't get it, you can totally just write this in, right? Test HTML if your file doesn't exist yet. But this is my path where it is. And the reason I'm just hard coding test HTML in there is so I don't have to delete it. Just that file will be overwritten every time. And then I will just print the PDF every time. So after I convert the file, I'm going to push it to SharePoint. It's just where I'm going to save it. So, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could email yourself. You could email someone. That's another option, but I'm just going to say create file in SharePoint, and I'm going to do it in my task list SharePoint site. The folder path will be the shared document library. And the file name, let's just give it the date. So format date time, UTC now, and that will be YYY, month, day for me. And then we will add in there proposals.pdf. The file content is the file content after converting it. We'll hit save, and now we're going to give it a try. So let's go back to Power Apps. All right, so now in my print button, I'm going to call my flow. So it is print flow, use IntelliSense, flow horizontal run, and the text value is going to be my variable HTML, and that's my entire flow. That's everything. We're here, let's press play, let's press our print button. So it should be running in the background. It's going to go to OneDrive, it's going to convert, and then it's going to save in my document library. I go to my document library, I hit refresh. There it is, that's my file. I open it up. We have a beautiful CSS, rounded corners, colors, perfect table. That's how I wanted it to look like. I could then put my logo up in there. This is all other things I've done from other videos. But today, I wanted to show you how to print to PDF from Power Automate, and that's by using this style. Thank you all for watching. My name is Andrew Hess. I'll see you next week.